So here I am rolling up to the Lake Comanche South Shore Pond. Now this is a pond that every week, every Friday, is supposed to be stocked with tons of big, healthy rainbow trout. Pull up to the spot, and this is like the 1 week of the whole season that they decide to skip stocking for the week. Now for those of you that know this pond know that after through 2 or 3 days, there are no more fish in this pond. The fish that may be left are super smart and probably aren't gonna hit anything. Now, knowing this information, we still decided to fish it anyway. We thought maybe the remaining fish that are in there, we still have a chance and maybe we can still catch a couple. Well, that ended up being one of my best days of trout fishing I've ever had. In, I think, 35 minutes, I had 5 trout, all above 2 pounds, absolute massive fish, and I caught them all in the same spot. Now there were probably 45, 50 people fishing this pond that day, and I caught 5 of the 6 trout caught on the pond all day. And the reason why I caught those fish were because of 4 main reasons. Number 1, a super light bait. Number 2, a super thin line to be able to cast out farther. Number 3, a moderate action rod. And number 4, a smooth reel. And that smooth reel I used that day is the reel that we are going to be talking about in today's video, the Shimano Sedona. So, today's video, we're gonna be talking about the Shimano Sedona. We're gonna talk about why I like it, some things I think they can improve. We're gonna go over the specs, durability, versatility, what I would use it for, and a whole bunch more. So stay tuned, hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, now the Shimano Sedona that I have is the 500. However, I've also used the 2500, which is more of a all-around size. So I'm gonna use that one for the specs on today's video. So for the 2500, you're gonna get 3+1 ball bearings. You're gonna get 9 pounds of drag. It's coming in at 8.6 ounces. The gear ratio is 6.2 to 1. Line capacity can hold 140 yards of 8-pound test, and the MSRP is gonna be around $70. All right, let me talk about one of the things that I really love about this reel, and that is the versatility. Now, Shimano's done a great job in the past of when they drop a reel, they give a ton of sizes for it. But even then, some of their reels can be capped to a certain size. I believe Shimano Stradics are capped to 5,000. I think Naskis are capped to like 6,000. There's a lot of reels they have that are like 8,000 and over, but Shimano Sedonas have anywhere from 500 to an 8,000 size reel, which basically means you can tackle 99% of all fish species with this reel, which is really cool. Not a lot of reels have that many sizes. So in terms of versatility, you can pretty much do anything on this reel. One con I will say is it is not sealed. So if you do use this for salt, it's gonna get ripped up. However, if you do wash it off after every saltwater trip, which I do even on my saltwater sealed reels anyway, you're going to get definitely a longer lasting reel for sure. However, that salt will definitely eat it up over time. I know a buddy of mine, Gage Vogler, you guys have seen in a lot of my videos, he uses a Shimano Sedona. I've seen that reel on his surf perch setup, and he's told me he loves it out there on the surf. However, he does say every year or two, he's gotta swap out and get a new one because it just eats up his reels bad. So yeah, but that is the versatility on the Shimano Sedona. So for the price point and the specs that it offers, this reel for me has now been downgraded a little bit since I do have I've fished pretty much all Shimano Stradics on my spinning gear for trout and bass. So this reel has kind of became my backup reel for a lot of my different occasions. If I'm bringing a buddy out trout fishing, this is the reel I give them. On my 3rd ice rod I have on a jaw jacker, this is gonna be on there, right? It's not my main setup I jig with anymore, because, when you've got a Shimano Stradic, you're gonna use a Shimano Stradic, right? That being said, this reel is still incredibly durable, and that is why I like giving it to other people when I'm taking them out fishing, is because I know it's very, very hard for them to break this reel. This reel is a tank, and even the 500 size, the little one that I have, this thing, I've dropped this thing's gotten scratched on the snow. You can tell, there's tons of marks and stuff all over this reel. I've had it for like 2 or 3 years now, and it has been incredible. So yeah, super durable reel for the price. I love this thing. A lot of sub $100 reels can look like absolute garbage. And I think Shimano does a great job of making sure all their reels have a super sleek, nice design on them, and I think the Sedona is definitely, you know, not an exception to that rule. They've certainly, you know, done a great job at the silver and then gold and black accents on the reel. The previous one had more, I think the body was more of a dark black. However, this model, which is the current one, this one they went with more of the silver route, which I really like. I think they both look great, but I think I'd actually prefer the silver a little bit more. But yeah, sleek looking reel. Now, price is a topic I really like to talk about on my review videos because I'm a big believer of you pay for what you get in the fishing reel world. Now, obviously, there are $500, $600, $700 reels. You don't need that to catch fish, right? But there's definitely a fine little area in there where you still get affordable reels, but you still get really great, you know, dependability and versatility, and you get a good performance, right? There's a fine little bubble in there, like the Okuma Kaimar is one example. That one's $50. The Daiwa Exceller, I've done reviews on both those reels as well. Those are all these meet that category. This reel is also in that category. Coming in at $70, this thing is a beast. It is going to get you years and years of fishing, and it's still a nice, light, good-looking reel. It looks a lot more expensive than what it really is. Occasionally, I do see a used reel as well on like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes the Sedonas come up in there with someone that bought a rod and reel for their kid or something, you know, kid wasn't into it, and so they sold it on there. And I do see some Shimano Sedonas that are almost brand new on there that come in for like $40 or something like that. And that is a steal for a reel like this, so keep an eye out on that as well. But yeah, I mean, even brand new for $70, this is still a fantastic reel. You're gonna get a lot of fishing out of this. I do have two cons to this reel. Number one, for $70, I do think Shimano could make this a little more saltwater sealed. I already mentioned that in the video, but I do think they could market to a lot more of an audience if they decided to just do a little bit better of a job sealing this reel. My second gripe or con of this reel is the handle. Now, Daiwa and a lot of other reels in this price range have that metal, that thin metal handle, and it's super smooth. It looks amazing. It feels great. And I feel like for $70, I feel like Shimano definitely could, instead of making that bulky plastic handle right here with this little, you know, nugget, I don't know what you call it, right? This little round cylinder, you know, I feel like they really could have just added that metal arm in there. I forget, I don't know what it's made of. It's like the carbon fiber, I don't know. But they could have made that handle in there, and I think that really would have brought it up a level in terms of just its feel and its looks. The Shimano Sahara is about $10 to $20 more than the Sedona, and I feel like for that price, you should definitely have a nicer handle. But for this reel, for $70, $60 to $70, I feel like you can still get away with this cheaper, plasticky kind of handle and get away with it. It would be a nice feature to have, and I hope they do that on their reels, the next model they make. However, not that big of a deal. It's still a fantastic reel to me. If you guys are looking for another great mid-priced reel, I will put that video right here for you guys. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys wanted me to do another reel, let me know in the comments below. And we see you guys next time on Humbug Outdoors Fishing.